For over 14 centuries, Islam has shaped civilizations, inspired art and science, governed empires, and guided the daily lives of more than 1 billion people. Yet today, for many, the word Islam evokes something very different. Fear, violence, oppression. These images are powerful, but are they accurate? To understand the misconception people have about Islam, we must step back. Far back. Beyond modern politics, beyond television screens and breaking news alerts, and into history itself, where Islam was born, how it spread, and how its image was gradually transformed. This is not a defense. It is not a condemnation. It is an examination. The year is approximately 600 CE. The Arabian Peninsula is not an empty desert, but a crossroads. Caravans move slowly between Byzantium and Persia, carrying silk, spices, and stories. Tribes dominate society, loyalty bound by blood and survival. There is no single government. No unified law. Justice is personal. Vengeance is tribal. Religion is fragmented. Polytheism dominates Mecca. Idols stand inside the Kaaba, gods of war, fertility, rain, and fortune. Yet Judaism and Christianity are also present, especially along trade routes. Women, in many tribes, are treated as property. Female infanticide is practiced by some. Slavery is widespread. Wealth determines dignity. This is the world into which Islam emerges, not as an empire, but as a message. In the year 610 CE, a merchant named Muhammad ibn Abdullah retreats to a cave outside Mecca, seeking solitude. He is not a king. He is not a warrior. He is not literate. And there, according to Islamic tradition, he receives a revelation. Read. Muhammad trembles. He believes he is losing his mind. His wife, Khadija, is the first to believe him. This moment marks the beginning of Islam. The message is simple, yet revolutionary. There is one God. All humans are equal before him. The poor have rights. Justice is sacred. Knowledge is an obligation. Life has dignity. This is not merely theology, it is a social challenge. In Mecca, Islam is not welcomed. Why? Because it threatens power. Islam condemns idol worship, undermining Mecca's economy. It challenges tribal hierarchy, undermining elite control. It demands care for the poor, undermining greed. Muslims are beaten, boycotted, tortured. Some are killed. This is a crucial point often forgotten. For its first 13 years, Islam holds no political power. Muslims are a persecuted minority. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers flee Mecca to the city of Medina. This migration, known as the Hijra, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, something new emerges. A written constitution. The Constitution of Medina recognizes Muslims, Jews, pagan tribes as one political community with shared rights and responsibilities. Religious freedom is explicitly protected. This document is considered by historians to be one of the earliest pluralistic legal frameworks in recorded history. War enters the story, but not as conquest. The early Muslim battles, Badr, Uhud, the Trench, are defensive responses to Meccan aggression. Rules are established. Do not kill civilians. Do not destroy crops. Do not harm monks or women. Do not mutilate bodies. These rules predate modern international law by over 1,000 years. Yet today, many believe Islam was spread by the sword. This misconception ignores history. Islam spread primarily through trade in Southeast Asia, scholarship in Africa, cultural exchange in Spain, governance, not forced conversion. In fact, forced conversion was explicitly forbidden in Islamic law. Let there be no compulsion in religion. Quran 2:256. After Muhammad's death in 632 CE, Islam enters a new phase. Empires rise. The Rashidun, Umayyad, and Abbasid caliphates expand rapidly, not just through religion, but through political vacuum left by exhausted superpowers. This is where complexity begins. Islam, the faith, intersects with politics, human ambition, power struggles. Not every ruler represents Islamic ideals. This distinction is crucial. What Muslims did is not always what Islam taught. From the 8th to the 13th century, the Islamic world enters a golden age. In Baghdad, the House of Wisdom translates Greek, Persian, and Indian texts. Muslim scholars preserve Aristotle and Plato, invent algebra, pioneer optics, advance medicine, map the stars. Hospitals offer free care. Libraries are public. Women participate in scholarship. While Europe struggles through the Dark Ages, Muslim cities glow at night with street lamps. This reality is rarely associated with Islam today. The decline is gradual. Mongol invasions devastate cities. Trade routes shift. Colonial powers arrive. By the 19th century, much of the Muslim world is under European rule. Borders are redrawn. Resources extracted. Institutions weakened. This period plants seeds of resentment, identity crisis, and political instability. In the 20th and 21st centuries, Islam becomes a symbol, often against its will. Authoritarian regimes use religion to legitimize power. Extremist groups cherry-pick scripture to justify violence. Media amplifies the most shocking images. A religion of 1.9 billion people is reduced to its worst actors. This is the core misconception: that Islam is defined by extremists. Yet extremists represent a fraction, condemned by the vast majority of Muslims worldwide. Fear thrives on simplicity. It is easier to label than to understand. Easier to generalize than to study. Easier to blame a religion than to examine history, politics, and human behavior. Islam, like Christianity or Judaism, is not monolithic. It is African and Asian, conservative and progressive, spiritual and scholarly, diverse beyond easy definition. The misconception persists because nuance does not trend. Islam is not a headline, not a slogan, not a single image frozen in time. It is a living tradition shaped by human choices, both noble and flawed. To misunderstand Islam is not just to misunderstand a religion. It is to misunderstand history, culture, and ourselves. Because when we reduce complex civilizations to fear, we lose something essential: our ability to see one another clearly. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.